Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will see about some more detailed concept about the props data. In the previous video, we have seen how we can define the props data and how we can catch the props data in the JavaScript, as well as in the template also we have seen it. Now let's try to see about some more details about this one. So one thing you need to understand is the props always will be a one way only. So that means it's a one way data flow. You can pass the data from parent to child, but you cannot pass the same data from child to parent. Okay, so whenever you try to modify the props data which is coming from the parent, so you cannot modify that one. Why? Because it's a read only thing. So that is one thing you need to understand it. It's a one way data binding between the child property and the parent one. When the parent property updates, it will automatically fall down to the child. So, but not the other way around. So you cannot pass from child to, whenever you are updating in the child means it will not pass to the parent. Whereas in the parent it is updated, the same data will be passed through the child thing. So here this prevents child components from accidentally mutating the parent state. So if you change the parent's data and all those things means, so apps data flow will be harder to understand. That is the main thing. So now let's try to see about this one. Here if you try to see, here we are having this props, right? So whenever you are trying to change the data, so here props dot title, I want to modify the props dot title to Leela WebDev or anything to Leela. So let's say I am trying to update it. If you try to see the output, here I will try to refresh it. And if you go to the bottom, and here at the bottom, you will be able to see Leela WebDev. Okay. And here, if you see here, let's go to the app.vue. Why is this? Let's remove this button. Yeah. And if you see here Leela WebDev, we are able to see it. But here we are seeing an error that set operation on the title is failed. Why? Because the target is only read only. So we cannot change the props thing. So there are actually two cases where where it's tempting to mutate a prop. So if you want to change the prop values and all those things means, so the first thing what you can do is you can take the property value and you can save it in the local variable. So not local variable, it's a local data property. For example, if you want to change it means, so what I can do here, constant name is equal to ref. So we need to import the ref of props dot title. So here I can save this one in this one. Now if I want to use this, here I can directly use this one. If I want to change this one, I can directly change name dot value is equal to, I will try to do console.log name dot value. And whenever you are trying to change name dot value is equal to, so here I will change hi Leela or something like this. And let's try to console.log name dot value. So here this is okay. So I am taking the props value and I am storing in the local data as an initial value of the props data, and I am consoling the values. For first time it will be the props value only, then afterwards I am mutating the value, but it is local data only, but the main props will not be changed. And here if I try to see the props value, here I will show you the props value is title, right? So the title will not always change. Here it will be as it is only. If you see the output here, let's refresh this page, and here you'll be able to see hi Leela, this one has been changed, but the props value is remaining like this only. So whenever you want to change the mutate the props means, then you can use it like this. The another scenario what you will be having is, for example, let's say that here you are trying to pass the Leela WebDev which is in the capital letters or something like that. So you may be having a scenario you want to transform the props value and you want to show the transformed value. Then in that cases what you can do is, it is the best way to use the computed value. So here instead of using this one, so what I can do is computed, I will use the computed. Okay, and here you can use it like this, and we can change to props dot title dot, I can use the trim dot to lowercase. Okay, so this is the thing. So here I am changing the name value, then also it will be converted into the computed thing only. So let's see. Sorry, this one will be, I will remove this one all. So now I will remove this one all. Yeah, we will see. So now I convert it into the computed value. Now if you try to see here, now the props value has been coming through the computed value. Here the props value is actually Leela WebDev, but I changed this one using the computed property. Whenever we are changing the computer property, so there we are, whenever we are changing it, automatically this computer property will execute this one. So like this we can mutate the thing. But when it comes to the object or arrays, so then what will happen? So when it comes to the object or arrays, so that's a different case. Why? Because so now for sometimes, for some reasons, we will be passing this one as an object and also as an array, right? So let's say that, for example, let's say that let's say that what I can do, instead of sending this one as like this destructuring thing, I will send post details is equal to, and what I can do here, post details is equal to I will send this post details. Okay, so I am sending this one as an object, completely object. And let's go to the single dot post, and here we are having the props, right? So this one is entirely changed. Post details, we are getting the post details which is of type object. Now this one is an object, so you need to understand that this one is an object. Now whenever I want to check it, means so I need to check post details dot title. So here we need to refer it like this. So let's remove this one, and these all things also let's remove it. So now we are having this one all. So now here the problem comes. Why? Because so we are changing the object. You need to understand that always when you are trying to pass an object or array, so it will be passed as a reference. Okay, so you can be able to change it. So because JavaScript objects and arrays are passed by reference, and what it will be happening is, so it is unreasonably, it will be very expensive for Vue to manage to prevent such mutation. Now if I want to change this props.title, I can change it automatically. So here I can change it automatically. Props dot title is equal to, so hi Leela. I can change it to hi Leela. So this one is completely acceptable. So it will work without any problem. If you try to see here, so if you see here, it is completely acceptable. I can able to see props dot title. So Leela webdev we are able to see, right? What I am trying to do. Okay, props dot post details. Okay, post details dot title. I want to change it like this. Now if you try to see, it is completely acceptable, and also it is not throwing any error. But what it is happening is set operation here it is trying to do, but it is completely acceptable. But we should not do like this. Why? Because so if you try to do it like this, in the parent component also it will be changed. Okay, for example, let's say that here I want to show this one. So here I will show div. Okay, and I will show this post details dot title. Okay, I am showing this post details dot title. Now here we are having this one in the parent component. We are showing this one is a parent, and this one is a child. In the same child, I am showing this post detail dot title. Now when I am trying to change it in the child component, so it is getting changed. So for example, let's try to add it in the set timeout. In the set timeout, if I add it, and here in, let's say, after 4 seconds. Now when I am trying to change this props dot like this, okay, so now completely it is acceptable. So in the parent component and also in the child component, both the things are getting changed. Try to refresh this page. Leela webdev is there, parent and child. Let's see what will happen. So after some time, see, after some time it has been fired. By why it is not showing? What could be the issue here? Okay, what could be the issue? So let's see. Let's console.log timeout fired. Okay, let's see what will happen. Yes, after some time this one is firing. Hi Leela has been changed. Let's see. Timeout fired, it has to fire. So timeout fire is fired, but here we are able to see Leela webdev only. But why it is not changing? Because Leela webdev, but we are changing it to hi Leela. So maybe that could be okay. We need to add it in the ref, so it should be a reactive, right? So these are all the post details. We need to add it in the ref. Now it will be changed, both the things. Now if you try to see here, I will refresh this page. Now see, immediately it has been changed. Now when this timeout is fired, we see timeout fired, and immediately both the child and also the parent has been changed. So this should not happen. Why? Because we don't have a control over the property value. Why? Because child is able to mutate this parent value, and parent also will able to change it. But we should make in a such a way that parent only has to change that one. And when the parent changes, automatically the props will be triggered. It's not a problem. So this is one thing you need to understand. So this is how the limitations you will be having in the props thing. So what I can say is, one thing what you can say is, you cannot mutate the property value, props value. You should not mutate it. It's a read only thing. Whenever you want to mutate it, or whenever you want to change it, means, so try to assign that one in a local data as an initial value, and you can mutate those all things. Or otherwise, if when you want to transform, so transform from one case to another case or something like that, means, then you can use the computed property. And another one is, if you are having array and object, means, so you should not mutate it, but that one is allowed. But we should not, we should be very careful while doing this one. Why? Because for communicating from child to parent, means we have other scenarios like emitting an event. We will try to discuss it afterwards, but this is tightly coupled by the design. So that is the main thing you need to understand. Hope you understood about these limitations and all the things. In the next video, you'll see about the prop validations. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.